Hi everyone, Lisa here. I have my June project life to share with you today. So this is a completely different camera setup. Like I said, I'm trying out some different things. So let me know what you think of the video on this one. I like it, but I don't like it all at the same time. So we'll see how this works. So this is where we left off. This was a challenge that Sandra and I had using purple in our project life. So that is the end of May. So this is the first week in June. And again, I always try to keep the same concept with using the June card, which I didn't use the June card from the Oh Snap collection by Simple Stories, but that's okay. I like this one here. And then I have this calendar card up here, and then this one is just simply a filler card that says hello. And here is a picture of my husband, and my son is way in the back right here. You can see that. And of course Milo with the ball. And they were outside throwing the football before practice, so I caught a picture of that. This is a Studio Calico card. And I just added some washi tape at the bottom, and they just added the cork letters to say June, and then I have the 3 to 9, and I think these are in the kitten font, I think is what they are. And then I added week 23 with the Studio Calico letters. And then I used one of the acetate cloud pieces, and then this is from, I think, the Hello pack that we got from Studio Calico, and then this is just another day out west, out on the roads. And if you look in the very far distance, I'm not sure if you can see that, but the mountains are right there. So I do have a little bit of scenery when I go for drives, so it's kind of a nice thing. And then in this card here, I have new neighbors because I don't know if you can even see, but right there's a little tiny bird. And this is an old clothesline, one of those metal clotheslines, and they were making a nest on the very end of it. We were going to cut it down, but we didn't end up cutting it down. We figured we would leave them for a year. So I used these cute little birds that Sandra gave me over there. And then I used another Studio Calico card, and I just put, Wade discovered that we have new little neighbors and how we didn't want to cut it down. So that's that page. So you can see that. And this is how this one goes together. So that's that one. And then I used this card that says and then, because I didn't have a lot of pictures for this week, so I just wanted a really cute filler card, so I used that one. And I'm not sure if that's from Studio Calico. I think it is. And then here's Tea Find, because I found this cute little teacup at a garage sale, and I bought 3 of them actually because I love teacups. They remind me of my grandma. So I bought this teacup, and then I just said that this was a cute little garage sale find. So I used those same kitten letters, and then this is a Studio Calico card, so I just left it pretty plain. And then I have this Mott's Clamato, and I've got this Smooth Move and this flag. I was finding stuff to send to Sandra for my Canada Day package that I was sending her. So I was running around all over town trying to find Mott's Clamato, and because it was going to be Canada Day, pretty much everywhere was sold out. So it was a mad hunt to find just the Mott's Clamato. So anyway, and then, oops, that fell out. Oops, let me put that back in there. And then I just took the card that we got, our Studio Calico kit, and I just stamped the date and put which ones I got in there. And here's a picture of a crow, and so I added another little bird, and then this high thing. There was a crow, I guess, at the shop. Like, Wade and I work for the same company, but I'm out on the road and he works in the shop. So this little crow was injured, and it was hobbling around the shop, and Wade even got to pet him. So, but he didn't end up flying away, but he stuck around the shop for quite a while. And then this is, I was getting close to finishing my 50 projects Facebook group. So I had a little wish list of items that were going, and it kept growing and growing and growing every day. So I just took a snapshot of that. And then, oh goodness, those cards dropped out again. Let me just fix that again. Sorry guys, it just kind of keeps falling out of there. I don't know why. Okay, so be very careful this time. So then here's the sight never seen in my house. Very, very rarely is it ever seen, is my husband mopping the floor. So I had to snap a picture of it. And so I just put a little story about how it was really sweet of him to take over mopping for me, because I probably shouldn't have been doing it. I was told not to until I got my thumbs up from the doctor. So I started doing it, and then he took over. So that was really sweet. And then I used this card, take a picture, it lasts longer, because I thought that was kind of fitting, because it's a very rare occasion in my house to see that. So then there's this week here. I'm just going to show you the full page over here. And then this is the other side. So for this one here, I think I did a mishmash of different cards. I think this one is from the Jade collection, I think. So I put, like, it's got like these month cards, and I put June in 2013. And then I put this camera, and then put the date. And I took some journaling cards that had ledger paper, and I just cut it down so that I could fit the date on here really cool. And I had punched out this scallop border and just took the you know how like when you do a scallop border, it has the offcut of the strip, so I just used that. I didn't put a week in here, and I'm okay with that. This one here, because we have a photo stream, any pictures that are taken on the iPads and iPhones get automatically linked together, and so my son did not know that, and I have this selfie of him. So, and I put selfie and then this U wood veneer, and I just, you know, journaled about that, and then put the date in here. And then this is, goodness, I don't know what stamp that is. I think it's from the Project Life stamp for this month, and it's like the add-on stamp, and it's got "This is our life now, always remembered." So there's that one. And then look at my silly Maggie. She was cuddling with Wade, and I called her, and she popped her head out from under the blanket, and she's got it over her head. She just kills me. That's so funny. So I just left it pretty simple, and I just put the stamp, the I think this is a Dear Lizzie date stamp, and then I put, this is a chipboard speech bubble, and I wrapped the cork washi tape around it to give it kind of a cork looking effect. And then I just journaled about that on this little map speech bubble. This is another picture of out west, just because sometimes when I'm driving it's just really pretty, so I take pictures, or I'm bored, so I'll take pictures on the road. And it's just got a hashtag Project Life. And then here's another picture, and I just put "nice day for a drive." And then here is a picture of some coffee, and it's got, this is actually, this little orange piece was part of the card, so I just used my X-Acto knife and cut around it so that I could put the picture underneath. So it's got "start" here, because that's usually how I start my day. And I just journaled about how it's funny, I never used to like coffee. I used to drink just strictly tea, and I think it was Wade that kind of just started getting me onto the coffee thing. It was kind of a social thing. You would go out for coffee when we were first dating, so I just eventually got to like it, and I really love it now, and I can't start my day without it. So, and then I stamped this little coffee thing, and this is from the stamp set from July. And then I've got this here. It's got Maggie, Milo, and some little stamp stars. And I was having a hard time. I was really struggling with having people want me to add them to my personal Facebook page, especially people from YouTube that I'm not comfortable sharing a lot of information with. So after talking with Sandra, she suggested that I make my own Facebook page, just kind of off of my alias, so to speak, and I really am glad I did it that way. So I feel a lot more comfortable, and it's awesome. So thank you for everybody who's been adding for friend requests, because I really like sharing all my scrappy information with you guys. Some of it's fun, some of it's interesting, and some of it's just stuff. So anyway, that's that page. So then this page is this is a football jamboree. It's the very first football jamboree that my son has ever been partaking of, and he played 2 games. Well, actually, he played 3 games, all within, I think it was 3 hours. It was about an hour per game, and he ended up with a concussion. He got hurt really bad in the 2nd game, but he played the 3rd game, and the coach didn't know he had a concussion, and then just on the way home it started getting worse and worse and worse. So anyway, that was his first game, so I really wanted to document it, and I just used a wood veneer, and I just put a special day and then the date, and then I put the postscript. I explained the jamboree thing, and then I put the postscript here that he had a concussion, just to kind of bring it all together. And then I put this in here, never forget. And then while we were at the game, there was this really pretty rainbow. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but there's a little rainbow there. So I thought that was really cute. So I just journaled about that. And I just left this card pretty plain. And then this is some French toast and bacon. Sometimes I just don't feel like making a super fancy supper. And not that I'm a fancy cook, but I just wanted something fast, easy, simple. So we made French toast and bacon. So I thought that was really yummy for supper. So then this one here, it's got my nephew and me. We just have so much fun when we're hanging out together. Like, look at that face. How could you not love that face? And it's got the good life on here. And then I just journaled about Currents and Loving, because I just love hanging out with him. And my little niece over here, she's a little too little to, you know, have a lot of fun with me yet, but I'm sure she will. And then I just stamped the date and added a flare. And then, oh, I have a flag on top of this one here. And then this is my little niece, and I just left it, You Are My Sunshine. So this journaling goes for both of these. And then this one here is my clean scrapbooking room, which it doesn't look like that now, but you'll see that soon. I just used a flare up here. So there's that. And then this was Father's Day, so this picture goes with this. So this is my husband and my 2 kids for Father's Day. And then I put the cork letters, I put Your Day, and this is ribs. These are my famous ribs, and it takes me forever to make these ribs. I think it's roughly about a 4 to 6 hour process, but they're so yummy. But I don't make them very often because it takes a long time. But they're really, really good. So I only make them for special occasions. So that is for my husband on his Father's Day, because I think it's important to spoil him. And I just put Mom's Famous Ribs down here. So that's that page. Now, here is the next one. So here's the last one, and here's the first page. Okay, so I think for this one I used, it's one of those We Are Memory Keepers. I don't remember which ones they are, but they're like the Project Lifestyle of We Are Memory Keepers. So, Maggie, stop. My dog's in here right now. She's kind of going crazy because she heard the other dog bark. So for this one, I put week 24 up here, and I put the geotag, and it's got Our Story Life documented, and then I put the June, and then the letters in here. And this I had letter stickers for, but I didn't for here, so I just stamped in the navy blue ink from Hero Arts, and it really matched quite well. And then this one here, I've got Flower Power, and I stamped this little flower. This is from Amy Tan. And tiger lilies are my favorite flower, and usually they are one of the first flowers in my flower garden to bloom, so I just love them. So that's my tiger lilies. And I kind of screwed up on this one here, but I'll show you that in a second. And I'm just going to leave it. I'm not even going to fuss with it. I put this one, Bad Storm Coming, and then I have this little Instagram shot of the weather. And then here you can see the really nasty picture. And I tried doing some clouds, and I tried doing an ombre effect, and it didn't work out. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to go and redo that card. If I do, it'll be a lot later. So I have this card here is just a plain filler card. It's got these things that I always want to remember: 100% unique, 100% original, 100% absolutely adorable. So there's that. And then this is, I was working at home, but I had to do a whole bunch of tests for work. So I was doing my tests at the table, so I snapped a picture of that. Then this one here is another Instagram photo, and it is, I think it's for the longest day of the year. Yes. So I wanted to show like how long the sunrise and sunset was. So you can see sunrise is 5:12 a.m. and sunset is 10:11 p.m. but it stays quite light out even before the sunrise and before the sunset. So we get quite a bit of daylight. So it's awesome. Makes the summer feel a lot longer, that's for sure. So I used a camera washi that I got from Sandra. I added another paper strip here, just kind of break up this colors. And then I added some heart stamps, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and I added a wood veneer tag. And then on this one here, I had the, I think these are the cork letters too. I was trying to use up these cork letters that we got in the Studio Calico kit. I really like them, but I want to try and use them up as much as I can. So I had glittered hands, and I just took some glitter glue and I put it over top. So you can still see the cork underneath, but you can see the glitter glue for sure. And then I have this little sticker that Sandra sent me that has LOL and a picture of my hand. You guys have heard me say that saying before, where it looks like a fairy threw up on me. So that's very much what it looked like. So there's that one. And then this page here. So we had some, not in our area, but in Alberta, we had a lot of flooding for the month of June. And this is downtown Calgary. It was a massive flooding. They closed downtown, I think, for 5 days, if not more. And a lot of people got evacuated. So this is just Calgary, but it affected a lot of southern Alberta, wherever, I think it was the Bow River, and I'm not sure what other river overflowed, and it was quite disastrous. So that's a picture of downtown. I just got this off of one of the news websites. And then I took one of these cards that I got in a Studio Calico kit, and it has the latest news, and I just journaled about the flooding and, you know, which areas it affected and stuff like that. And then I used a washi and a geotag and put the date. And then here's a better picture of the downtown core. It's kind of like from an overhead view. And I put Calgary up there, and then I used the city stamp here. So it was very disastrous. So then this is kind of like the honeydew list. My husband is cutting the grass, so I just left the card really plain because I was going to journal about it on here. It's got job lists, and I put Wade's honeydew list keeps getting longer and longer, and I just journaled about that. And then here you see him putting in a new back door for us. And I just took this top 10 list. This is from a Smash, I think, and I got it from Sandra, so I just thought it was kind of fitting. So I put it behind there. And then this one I just kind of dressed up a little bit. I have a paper clip here, and this is Maggie eating a treat outside, and I have Treat Yourself. I think this is from a Studio Calico exclusive stamp set, I think. And I just put Maggie enjoying her treat, and I put the date, and then I put some stars on there. So there's that. And then this is Milo. He snuggled in this blanket all by himself. So cute. So I just used a speech bubble from an Amy Tan paper, and I stamped the good stuff, and I just put that, you know, Milo being so cute all bundled up in the blanket. And I added a camera, and then this Post-it note arrow from Studio Calico, and then some of these triangles, and then this is a stamp that I just stamped and just tucked in behind there. And then this one is of my daughter Natasha, and she's just chilling outside. So you can see I use the letter stickers to put chillin', and then I just put hanging out on the deck on such a beautiful day. So that's that. So then I'm going to show you this one. This week is the last week in June, but I had a lot of pictures, so I did a little bit of an insert. So here's the insert, and then here is the last page. So hopefully I can burn through this real quick. I know I'm already at 20 minutes. So I used this card. I think this is from the Jade or Honey, or not Honey, Jade or Blush. I'm not sure which one. And I just took some letter stickers. These are the journal font, and I put some cork washi on the bottom, and then just added some letter stickers to put week 25. And this one here is I think it's like Jade or Blush, I'm not sure which one. And then I've got some cork asterisks, and then some of these chevrons. And I put one of my motherly duties is to set up thousands of chairs for grade 12 grad. Hard to believe next year Tasha will graduate. I know, crazy, right? So there's that one. I just love this camera down here too. So then this one, I snapped a picture of Sandra. She doesn't even know I took this picture, so she's going to be surprised when she sees it. I added one of those little candy dots, and then I just journaled about how we are enjoying having our scrap Skype time, so that's fun. And then this picture here is we took down 2 really big trees in our backyard, and I don't like to cut down trees, but we had one that fell last year, and it almost smashed my truck. It was really close. If the clothesline pole wouldn't have been there, my truck would have been done. So we decided that the trees on our side of the fence needed to go because they were leaning towards the garage, and a garage is a lot more expensive to replace than my truck. So we decided we were going to take them down. So this is our friend Dave, and he's up the tree, and he has his faller's license, so he's up the tree with all his rigging and everything. And then this is his card. I don't know if I should show his information or not. If you want to know his information, you can let me know. But there's his information, and there's his company name. So we put that all, I journaled about that. And then here is the tree, the top. He topped the tree, and then they brought it all down. So I took a picture of that. And then for supper this one night, we had barbecue salmon and potato salad, and that was it. And I was good with that because I love potato salad, and to me that's a meal itself. I could just eat potato salad. I love it. So I just used one of these cards that we got in the Studio Calico kit, and this is a stamp that we got in the Studio Calico kit too for July, and I really like it. And then these stars were just open, so I actually colored them in. Yeah, so, and then I just put yum and then crossed off dinner. And then this is Dave. He came back the next day, and he got rid of all of the trunks of the tree, I guess you want to call it. So, and then I put this filler card. It says grow where you are planted, and then I just used a wood veneer over here. So that's that page, and here's the insert. So this is the last day of school, so I had this cork little card, and I have this wood veneer, and this is wood veneer paper that Sandra sent me, and I just used it. I had punched out a label with it, so I put school's out, and I just hand wrote in for summer. And then I have this card that always be you, and I put a little boy wood veneer here, and I had this awkward gap in my writing, so I used one of these wood pieces to fill in that awkward gap, and I think it goes quite well. And then I used another filler card, and I hand did all the, I just drew in the stitching, but I did all that. I just thought it accented it a little better because there was lots of black accents, so that's what I did. And then this one says live in colorful life, and there's a double rainbow, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a double rainbow there, so I thought that was really cool, and I just put double rainbow on the side here. And then for this one is another trip out west, but I have Today, 9 o'clock, drive to Kier, 10 o'clock, get to Kier, 10:15, drive to Blaze, 10:45, get to Blaze, 12 o'clock, leave Blaze, 1 o'clock, get home, 2 o'clock, drive to Mom's, drop off kids, get home at 7 o'clock. So it was a lot of driving that day. My mom lives an hour away from home, so I think I did about 4 to 5 hours of driving that day. I was done. Then this is the next day. I had to go to the city for a doctor's appointment, and Wade got to go to Cabela's for the first time, so he's like a kid in the candy store. So I used a wood veneer here of a little guy, and then an arrow wood veneer, and then this one that says "We were here," this flare badge. And then I used this this is from the Travel Girl collection. It's got look, because I was like, look, the Project Life, oh my goodness. So it was hard leaving without buying any. And then I used this wood veneer piece that has "I Heart This City," and I used a geotag with a heart in it, and I just journaled about my checkup and how we ran around and did a couple other things, and we had to be back home that day to pick up report cards. So it was a very hectic, crazy day, but I still got in everything that I wanted to do, so that works out. And this one, it has "Do What You Love to Do." And I kind of screwed up here. I thought I used the Stays On, and I actually used Memento, and it like bled or smeared or whatever you want to call it. So I'll just leave it. Used a flare badge, and then I just journaled like we got home and Wade was just done. He was tired, so he had a nap. And then I was Skyping with Sandra, and we were talking, and we both kind of had a craving for coffee. So she went to Krispy Kreme and got a donut, and I went to Tim Hortons and got coffee and a donut. And this donut is a special donut. It is a wild rose donut that Tim Hortons was selling to raise money for the flood victims. So we got some of the donuts. So that is that insert. Now we're going to move on to the last page. I know, thank you for sticking with me. It's almost 30 minutes, my goodness. Okay, so this one here, this is July long weekend, or sorry, Canada Day. Like July 1st is Canada Day, so we kind of had a long weekend with it. I just thought it was really cute. I snapped this picture through Instagram, and it's got, or InstaWeather, sorry, and it's got party here. It's got dinner, party, breakfast, so I thought that was cool. And then I just took a picture of the last day of June. Well, it's not the last day of June, but I try to get one usually close to the end of June, so that way I have a picture of the house every month. And then I just put, you know, it was a nice day. And then I used a little tab up here that's from the Travel Girl. And then this one here, it has "Rain, Rain, Go Away." I wanted to use this card, so but the picture didn't fit, so I actually X-Acto cut this umbrella out so that I could stick the picture underneath, and I actually ended up cutting off a little bit of the card, but I was okay with that. And then I used this acetate cloud. And then this one here, I thought it was really cute because every time I talk to Isabel, which is Sandra's daughter, she always asks me if it's daylight out. So I took this picture and I sent it to her. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a very, very small hint of light over here. And of course the pictures are a lot darker. But this was 11 o'clock at night, and it was still quite a bit of light out. So I had to send her a picture to explain to her that it's still quite light out. And then this is some cool pictures. So we had these cards from our Studio Calico, and I always was trying to figure out how to use them. So it's got morning, afternoon, evening. So I took some pictures of our temperature gauge in the morning and in the afternoon. And I mean, really the story isn't anything more but knowing how it's going to be a hot day when you wake up in the morning and it's already 25. And then when we got to the afternoon, it was 35 degrees. So for American folk, that's about 96, 97, somewhere in there. So anyway, that's those. And then over here, I just used a filler card that says "We Are Here." And then in the evening, because it was a black card, I used a white gel pen. But I was just putting here that I was working on my project life in the evening when it cooled off a little bit. And I just used this piece here that says proof of one great day. And then there's this card that had this yes heart on it, which I did some hands, like just pen hand stitching around it. And then same thing with this summer love I popped up. And then I added these little candy dots. So, and that is it in a nutshell. I think I'm going to probably on the back side add some filler cards to this. And then I'm going to put it into my project life and start a new binder for part 2, because I'm on week 25 and my binder is quite full. So thank you everybody for watching and staying with me for 30 minutes. So we will talk to you soon. Bye.